Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 12 March 2026, Thursday night at 9. Must be time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of this beauty, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First up, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I'll post on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video, so you can peruse them at your leisure. Speaking of the video description, it's very important. It's also going to contain, at the very top, above the terms of the sale, 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first of which is entitled A Primer for Buyers. It's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if you're new to this weekly sales event, please give that a watch before you attempt to participate. It explains exactly how we do things and why every Thursday night, and knowledge of that will make your purchase experience go much more smoothly. The second link is the other side of the coin. It's called FAQs for Consignors. And since the content of these weekly sale videos is about 98% consignments, you might want to participate. And that video explains how this all works from the consignor's perspective. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. Great time to send in knives for sharpening. Backlog is just a couple weeks, so you'll not be without your fine cutlery for very long. And watch that video if you don't know how that works, because it explains it all. Also in the video description, at the very bottom, you're going to see the the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you are generally going to see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video, and the price on the right is as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening tomorrow, so you're going to have to wait a couple weeks to get your sharpened knife. I'll be painting tomorrow, no sharpening. But not a big deal, just 2 weeks. If you see the word sold in lieu of pricing for any given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. So there's no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it message about anything marked sold, all caps, exclamation point. I think that's it for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we've just got 3 leftovers from last week to show you. 4 of them went bye-bye between the heads up video and shooting time for this video. So let's get to those first. Oh, guys, do not wait on this one, or you might just see it marked sold, but it might not go anywhere. From Kershaw, we have the 6105 Bel Air. Probably my favorite Kershaw release in many, many years. It, as do many knives from other manufacturers, uses the Benchmade axis lock. Kershaw calls it the, what do they call it? The Duralock. The scales are gray, hard anodized aluminum. The pocket clip is ambidextrous tip-up deep carry. It rides on ball bearings and opens with thumb studs. Look at that. The blade is kind of a canted, modified Wharncliffe or modified sheep's foot with a slight bit of belly. Full flat ground CPM Magna Cut with a black wash finish. What a great colorway for a user Bel Air. Near mint in box, perfect mechanics. Rock solid lockup, free swing in action, and I bet you the blade centering is going to be perfect. It is. So these are available new for $160 MAP web retail. We ran this one a week ago Thursday at $120. It didn't sell. Dropped it to $110 last Saturday. Still here. Your price, as long as I don't buy it first, is $100. Shipped priority mail, $125 with my edge on the Magna Cut blade, the 6105 Bel Air from Kershaw. Next up, we have the Civivi Elementum starter kit, I'm calling it. It's a knife plus a bunch of extra scales. It's the C907N Elementum, which was a Blade HQ exclusive. It originally came with natural or jade G10 scales. It's got some, I don't know, royal blue or purple on it. Now, the blade is S35VN, hollow ground spear point with a nice swedge. Now, it does have a polished edge, but there is a tiny roll at the tip, just so you know. Let's see. Blade steel's S35, blade length 2 15/16. The handle's 4 inches. Pocket clip is right hand tip up deep carry. Lock up rock solid. The ball bearing action is superb. Flips great. Centers up perfectly. And you're going to get with it the original factory scales, which have been dyed a very deep purple from their original natural finish. Then you're going to get 1, 2, 3 sets of carbon fiber scales from Unlocked Composites. Now, these sell for $22 each plus tax and postage. The knife sold for $79. I don't know, what's that, $145? You get the whole shooting match? Wow. We ran them last Thursday at $85. Went to $75 for the weekend. This week, $65 shipped priority mail for a whole shooting match. $85 if you'd like me to resharpen. That is the Civivi Elementum. Next, we have our last leftover from last week. The one I thought would sell for sure of our big fixed blades. This from Bark River Knives, Escanaba, Michigan, USA. I can't hardly find the label. There it is. It is the Bravo Strike Force 2 in CPM 3V with the Midnight Tiger G10 with red liners and hollow pins. Comes in a Bark River produced but Skin Bender Leatherworks design by Jenna Martin leather sheath. I love this feature. And it also comes with some leather straps so you can configure it a bunch of different ways. The knife, oh, the knife. Look at that beauty. I guess I would call that a harpoon drop point. Flat saber grind, and then it's got this compound fuller that follows the plunge grind. How hard is that to make it look good? The black and gray Midnight Tiger G10 scales, the hollow pins, and those deep red liners. Blade length is 6 9/16. The handle 5 3/16, and the stock is about 3/16. The condition is very near mint to like new in box. This knife would have sold new for $322. There are some in stock, but not with this handle. Anyway, we ran it last week at $250, didn't sell, dropped it to $230 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's go $210 this week. $240 if you'd like my edge. That's the Strike Force from Bark River, Strike Force 2. All right, now we're on to the fresh stuff for this week. And we're going to start off with a couple fixed blades. The first from Bastinelli Knives. Tactical Art, it says. The knife in the box is the Silence in the black Hydroglider, whatever that is, with a serrated edge in green micarta, it says. It don't look very green. I'll show you. Knife comes in a beautiful piece of Kydex work with a tech lock. 0 rattle. Not much of a thumb break. kind of got to pull it out. Look at that beauty. As I said, that's not very green. It looks more like natural or brown micarta. But it's got kind of a nice micro mill pattern. Detachable, beautifully contoured. A little Coke bottle thing going on. Blade steel N690CO from Bowler. Beautiful combo edge. I love a combo edge on a recurve, especially if I get a bunch of plain edge, as this knife has, because the recurve likes to gather material, and, well, that serrated edge will absolutely chew it up. Nice point. Blade length on the Silence, 7 3/16, and the handle's 5 1/4. It is near mint to like new in box. Available new for $280 web retail. Let's go $195 shipped priority mail for this one. $225 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the Silence from Bastinelli. Our next fixed blade is not a knife. What it is a Bark River Hunter's Axe. Comes in a very big box, but it actually does say so right there, Hunter's Axe. Comes with a nice leather sheath made by Bark River. And here's the beauty right here. So this is from, wow, that must be like 5/16 material. And it is a first production run axe. And it's bladed in A2. Very nice compound grind. So as the blade thins, it's hollow ground. And then as it comes back out, it's got a beautiful convex edge. Actually pretty doggone sharp from the factory. The handle is polished gray G10 with orange and brown liners. A hand-filling beast. Dimensionally, we have a 2 15/16 long cutting edge from tip to tail of the blade itself, the bit. It is 5 inches, and then the handle is 5 3/4. Condition is going to be, near mint in box. You might call it like new. I don't think it's ever been used to cut anything. And it is a first production run, if you didn't catch that the first time around. Let's see if I can get that back in there. There we go. Would have sold new for about $325 web retail. One sold listing on eBay. That axe did $420. One sold on Arizona Custom Knives in a similar handle. That did $375. This one can be yours, all in shipped priority mail. $285. $305 if you'd like my edge. I don't think it needs to be sharpened, however, unless you just like to cut paper with it for your friends. Okay, next up. This is a cool knife I've never seen in this configuration. It is a tiny Spyderco, and it is the Little Native Wharncliffe. Yeah, how about that? A Wharnie Little Native. Black G10 handle scales. Ambidextrous deep carry wire clip, compression lock. And if you remember on the leaf-shaped Little Native, because of how deep the blade sunk into the handle, this piece of the ricasso actually protruded into the thumb hole for the compression lock. A lot of guys have me grind those off. This one doesn't, because the blade is not as deep in the handle, so the tip doesn't hit, right? So you get better lock interaction interface with your finger. Yeah. So the blade is a nice stubby stout Wharncliffe in S30V, beautifully stonewashed. Blade length is 2.5. Handle is 3.5. Rock solid lockup. Very near to free dropping action. And centering is spot on. Near mint to like new in box for condition. Available new at your favorite Spyderco web retailer for $173. Let's do $130 on this one. $150 if you like it with my edge. The Little Native Wharncliffe from Spyderco. Next up, another one from Spyderco. We're going to start a bit of a run here. This is the Swish Bowie. It is a Knife Joy exclusive. It's the twin to the one we sold last week. Blue anodized titanium handle, M390 blade. I think this handle is a little nicer looking than the one we ran last week. You might find a couple very tiny trails in it, but I mean, you got to hunt. It has been in a pocket. I think there's a little trail right there by my thumb, and there's a little shiny spot right on. You can't even see it. It's on the corner of the lock bar area. So it's a very, very near mint knife. Opens beautifully. Gorgeous full flat ground. It's kind of a muskrat clip, actually, in M390. The blade length, 3 7/16. The handle, 4 7/16. There's your lockup on your steel inserted titanium lock bar. About 54.7% engagement. Free dropping blade on phosphor bronze. And if that centering ain't perfect, it's awful doggone close. Let's see. Available now at Knife Joy. Still in stock at $450, but not for long. Your price for this one, $370, as shown. If you like my edge, add $25, so $395 sharpened. The Swish Bowie Blue M390 Knife Joy exclusive from Spyderco. Next up, the Spidey train rolls on. This one, not made in Taiwan, not made in Seiki City, Japan, made in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. It is a Manix 2 XL CruCarta. So natural or brown canvas micarta scales with a piece of lint stuck to them. I got that off. Ambidextrous tip up, tumble polished Spidey clip. Caged ball lock with the black carriage. Opens with a hole, rides on phosphor bronze washers. There's your blade in a CPM crew wear. The blade length is 3 7/8. The handle's 5 1/8. Lockup rock solid. Action free dropping on phosphor bronze. Centering is beauteous. Condition, I really got to call this like new in box. So these are available new in current production. I actually found a little price range in these, as low as $224, as much as $236. Such a nice knife. Let's run this one at $180. Beautiful example. That is shipped, priority mail, all in. If you'd like my edge, add $20, so $200 sharpened on the Manix 2 XL CruCarta from Spyderco. Next up, what do we have here? What do we have here? Oh, we have the Rob's Pick. Shocking, I know. A Spyderco as the Rob's Pick. Now, don't leave me hanging on this one, guys. Last week we had a price drop on Saturday for the Rob's Pick. I kept this one away from my early birds for you 9 o'clockers. It is the River's Edge Cutlery exclusive Shaman in OD Green G10 flat dark earth Cerakote blade and a CTS 204P blade. You're going to get with it. Well, look at that. A little REC microfiber. Oh, yeah. And you're going to get a poker chip with an avocado. And you're going to get this here Shaman. Oh, smooth, radiused OD Green G10, black hardware, including a 4-way positionable clip. A flat darker Cerakote blade in CTS 204P. Blade length is 3 9/16. The handle's 4 11/16. Pivot rides on phosphor bronze washers. You open it with a hole. It has a compression lock and a free dropping blade. Lock up, rock solid. Centering is close. Very, very, very close. Condition is like new in the box. They are discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay range between $355 and $559, and there were a bunch. Your price for this one, it is a stupendous example. $375 shipped priority mail, $400 with an Apostle P Edge. That is the Shaman in OD FDE 204P from REC. The Rob's pick tonight. Next up. Uh-oh. I just gave it away, didn't I? It's another REC dealer exclusive. This comes also with a strange angry avocado poker chip. No microfiber with this one. It is the Para-3 from REC in OD, FDE, and 204P. The OD green is FRN. Pocket clip, ambidextrous tip up, deep carry wire. Such a lightweight knife. There's the blade, FDE Cerakoted 204P. Blade length, 2 15/16. The handle 4 1/4. Has a compression lock. Not a free dropper, but close. And I've gotten about as good as I can get it. If you guys know the Para-3 FRNs, yeah, they're usually a little sketchy on action lockup. This one, rock solid. I can tell you this, if you loosen the pivot to get free swing in action, it will have blade play. So just use it like it is and break it in. Centering's beautiful. Condition, like new in box. So they're discontinued, not a stock, of course, at River's Edge. Now, I know that this is a Para-3 lightweight or a Para-3 FRN, and they're not that expensive new. Check this out. Sold listings on eBay. More than 2. There are a bunch. These knives are selling. These are sold listings on eBay between $317 and $408. That's too doggone high. Let's do this one at $250 like it is. $275 with my edge. The Para-3 OD FDE 204P from REC. Next up, we're out of Spidey's for a little bit. We're going to have a couple more later. The next knife up is from Hogue Knives. It is the model 24221 EXL DLT Deka. So it's a Deka Wharncliffe in MagnaCut, a DLT exclusive. And shocking, it's an OD green with an FDE blade, flat dark earth blade. It's not from River's Edge, though. It's from DLT, and it's not a Spyderco. It's a Hogue. Gorgeous normal peel ply OD green G10. Ambidextrous tip up deep carry pocket clip. The Hogue Able lock, reed axis lock, opens with thumb studs. Locks up like a bank vault. Swings freely on phosphor bronze washers. Blade length is 3 3/16. A compound grind Wharncliffe, so a little more obtuse, thicker, stronger grind. You know, if you're cutting something at the base and you're really yanking on that, thins in this front section. Gorgeous Cerakote. There's your CPM MagnaCut. Blade length on the Deka, 3 3/16. The handle 4 5/16. It's like new in the box. Discontinued, out of stock. When they were available new, they were $175. I could not find any sold listings on eBay, but it is a limited colorway, dealer exclusive, and you can't buy them new anymore. And this is like a perfect example, like new in box. Let's do $175, like it is. $200 if you'd like it with my edge. The Deka Wharncliffe DLT exclusive OD FDE MagnaCut. Next up, we got a little cutie from Qvist Blade Works. The box is unmarked. It is the Variant PE3. The Qvist Variant PE3 with bronze anodized titanium scales and a dark wash, like a tumbled DLC, 20 CV blade, full height hollow ground. What a slicer this will be. Super skinny behind the edge. You got 2 15/16 inches of 20 CV. You got a 4-inch handle. Titanium frame lock with steel inserted lock face. You can kind of see the engagement there. Lockup is rock solid. Ball bearing pivot, or is it? Yes. And it is a front flipper. Look at that. I flipped it so hard, the lock bar couldn't catch up. Wow. Beautiful ball bearing action. Hard to see down there, but the blade centering is perfect. Condition like new in the box. A Lundquist design. These are discontinued, out of stock, and there are none moving. So I don't know if they didn't make very many of these. But it appears that this version of the Qvist Variant PE3 with the bronze anodized titanium and the hollow ground 20 CV blade, I think they sold in the 125 range and they're gone. Let's do $100 on this one. 125 if you'd like it to have my edge. The Variant PE3 from Qvist. Next up, this is a cool knife. It comes to us from Null Knives. It is the model Raiden R2. It has the milled lines handle. You'll see that when I show you. The handle is all titanium with a black PVD finish. A MagnaCut blade, dark stone wash with satin flats. This is a cool knife, guys. I mean, super cool. There's your milled lines. And then some scallops, which appear to be hollow. You got kind of a dark wash milled titanium pocket clip and back spacer. Great little lanyard hole, I think. Super well hidden. It is a titanium frame lock with steel insert. Knife opens with thumb studs. Rides on ball bearings. The blade is I guess I'll call that a harpoon drop point. And that dark stone wash with the satin flats really pops. Great thumb studs on this knife. The blade length is 3 1/4. The handle's 4 7/16. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. I think you can sneak up on that a little bit. You can. Let's see. Blade centering will be dead. Three 1/4 blade, 4 7/16 handle. Perfect example, like new in box. Out of stock at $325 web retail. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $250, $275 with my edge. The Null Knives Raiden R2, very nice knife. Next up, I think this one's kind of special. So check out the box. There's no branding. Even the sticker doesn't tell you who made it. Very strange. It's from Neeves Knives, Neeves. The model is the Misdemeanor in bead-blasted titanium handle, but that's not all. And a K390 blade with a belt satin with a titanium bead-blasted clip. There's stuff to see here, so pay attention. So that bead-blasted titanium handle It's like stippled. I would love to see that operation. That's some pretty cool machining, boys. Great looking pivot with the Neeves knives maker's mark. There's your right hand tip up, bead blasted milled titanium pocket clip. Nicely attached, by the way. Very elegant. Great looking hardware. It's a front flipper. And look at that blade. Is that a Wharncliffe or what? Guys, that's K390. Do you know how hard it is to get that kind of a satin on K390? It fights you every step of the way, and it is gorgeous on this knife. I mean gorgeous. The blade length on the Misdemeanor is 3 5/8. The handle's 4 9/16. It's a steel inserted titanium frame lock. A nice little texture on the inside of the lock bar. Works well, too. Let's see. Can he front flip it? Yes! All right. Nice forward choil. There's your lock engagement. Look how thin the blade stock is. The lock bar is far thicker than the blade stock. Lockup's dead rock solid. Ball bearings work great. Centering's perfect. Nice little gear pattern backspacer. That blade's 3 5/8, and the handle is 4 9/16. So really efficient blade to handle. Condition, like new in the box, perfect mechanics. They are out of stock. I can tell you this, there are some sold listings on eBay. They range between $418 and $500. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $300 like it is $325 with my edge on that K390 blade. There's nothing sweeter than sharp K390, I'm just saying. That's the Misdemeanor from Neeves. Next up, we have a Tempest. We don't have a teapot, though. Just a Tempest. No label. We do have a knife, though. This is the Fractus from Tempest. Micro-milled all-titanium handle with some gorgeous carbon fiber inlays. And it is a titanium frame lock knife. Pocket clip. Look at this. That's a milled titanium clip. And look at the profile. The thickness and shape from here back indicated that it would be like a formed piece of spring titanium. Not the case. Milled. It's ambidextrous tip up deep carry. Nice protected lock bar by the carbon fiber inlay, so you're not going to death lock it. It's not a front flipper. It opens with a hole and it rides on phosphor bronze. That is very, that blade shape is reminiscent of another knife, isn't it? Kind of looks like a Koenig Arius a little bit. The blade steel on the Tempest Knives Fractus is CPMS 90V. 3.5 inches long, spear point, almost a leaf. Nice high flat saber grind. Moderately thin behind the edge. Blade length is 3.5. The handle's 4 9/16. I think there's a steel insert in there. Yes, there is. Nicely hidden and elegantly attached. Maybe a little over 50% in lockup, which is not a bad thing. Nice forward finger choil. Ball bearing pivot, beautiful centering. Condition on this one is near mint in box, and you get a lot of hardware, a lot of extras. Like there's an extra pivot, there's extra bearings, extra bearing washers, and it looks like a full set of hardware. All extra. So let's see. They're out of stock. When they were available new, they were $225. You can't buy a new one, and there are no sold listings on eBay. I think let's do $190 like it is, and $215 if you like it with my edge. The Fractus from Tempest Knives. Next up, we got a little cutie, is what we got. I thought only Spyderco did stuff like this. It's from Monterey Bay, Probably a Ray Laconico design, wouldn't you think? And look at it. Yes, it's the Mini. Just the Mini. The closed length is 2 7/16. You have an acid stone-washed handle with very slightly crowned titanium slabs. It will accept a clip, right-hand deep carry wire. There are 2 of them in here, just in case, and the screws there. It opens with a hole. I don't know what it rides on, but it's a double detent slip joint. Look at that little cutie. It's 2 fingers. The blade is 1 13/16 of S90V. Very nearly full flat ground. Nice little utility blade shape. I don't know if you can, I don't think you can get in there. Yeah, you can with your, interesting. No side play. Perfect centering. Condition will be like new in pouch. Can't buy them new, can't find one used. I have no idea. Got to be worth $100. That's your price. $125 if you like it with my edge on that S90V blade. That's the Mini from Monterey Bay. Next up. Oh, guys. Another one from MBK. This one is the Rosalinda. And it's not your average Rosalinda. I'll show you why in a minute. The scales, I was going to say they're bead blasted, but it almost looks like a super fine orange peel. It's a very cool texture. It's like velvet. Pocket clip, standard MBK issue, milled titanium, right-hand tip up. Opens with thumb studs. Rides on ball bearings. The blade steel is not like S35VN or something pedestrian like that. What it is laminated ZDP 189. I think you can see the lamination line, and you can definitely see it down the spine. Ray Laconico's signature. A swedged spear, 3 9/16 inches long. The outside of that blade steel is 420J2. And it's unused, or it would have scratches in it, because 420J2 doesn't get that hard. The handle is 4 5/8, and it's a stainless steel liner lock with full titanium scales. Nice looking locking leaf. Beautiful detent. Early but secure lock engagement. Rock solid lockup. And a free dropping blade that is perfectly centered. So this version of the Rosalinda is gone. There are none in stock. Probably won't be run again. I don't know. Like new in box condition. When they were available, they had a web retail price of $225. This beautiful example can be yours all in, shipped $170 like it is. $195 with my edge. That is the Monterey Bay Rosalinda in a laminated ZDP 189. Very nice knife. Next up, this is interesting. We had one of their knives on a few weeks ago. It was the first one I think I've ever sold. I think you would say that Ohlone, OHLONE. Comes in a nice soft and hard pouch. Got a little microfiber baggie in there. And also in the box, you get an Ohlone challenge coin. I see an American native headdressed, angry looking guy there. Yeah. And you get a pen. I haven't opened it. It's still in the plastic. You also get a knife. It is the Ohlone Goat AXL, which I imagine stands for Axis Lock. So you have a micro-milled bronze anodized all titanium handle with a nicely matching milled titanium clip. You have inlays from Fat Carbon. They're the gold dark matter carbon fiber inlays, and they are beautifully inlaid. The blade. Ooh, it's a stunning drop point with satin flats, and they call those frost bevels. Looks like a bead blast. It's gorgeous. The steel is Elmax. The blade length is 3 9/16. The handle's 4 11/16. It rides on phosphor bronze washers. Let me get coordinated here. It's just beautiful. It's got a little grabby point right at the top, which is kind of nice because it'll preclude any blade play. But once it breaks, it swings free. Isn't that cool? I like it a lot. I'm going to call, and by the way, lockup is rock solid. The action's perfect, and the centering is as well. There is very, very, very slight handle wear. You might see, and because it's tumbled a little bit, I'm not sure if there are just some shiny spots. It might not be handle wear. It might. I mean, are you seeing anything really? Anyway, very near mint in box. Out of stock at $285 web retail, which I think would have been a buy. Your price for this one, $225 like it is. $250 with my edge. That's a beauty. The Elonate Knives Goat AXL V2. Next up, we have one from Vosteed. And all I got is this Pelican style box. I got this knife right here. Let me turn the page so I can tell you about it. Look at that shimmery thing. Smooth, crowned, and stonewashed blue anodized titanium, including the right-hand tip-up milled titanium clip. The mechanism is going to be a titanium frame lock with a steel insert. The blade opens with thumb studs. Ooh. Or a front flipper. Look at that little stunner. I love that. I love how the belly drops below the handle. A high saber ground blade in S35VN. The model name is the Valhund, Valhund. 3 inches of S35VN, starts thin and gets thinner. There's your lock engagement. Dead rock solid. Ball bearing pivot, super free, super smooth, and super centered. You might call it perfect. Condition will be near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $179 web retail. Let's go $135 on this one. Like it is, $155 if you'd like it to have my edge. That's the Vosteed Valhund in blue titanium with a black S35VN blade. Next up, Spyderco from Taichung, Taiwan. It is a Sage 5 FRN or a Sage 5 lightweight. So you've got some very nicely textured black FRN scales. Same texture pattern that's on the gray Chaparral FRN. I love that bidirectional nature. Plays with the light so well. Pocket clip is wire, deep carry, ambidextrous tip up. Opens with a hole, rides on phosphor bronze washers, and the lock is a compression lock. Blade steel is S30V. Blade length, 3 inches. The handle, 4 3/16. The lockup, dead rock solid. Blade is a free swinger. And the centering, because it's a Sage, is perfect. It's like new in box. You can buy a new one at your favorite web dealer of Spyderco knives. You just have to pony up $176 plus tax. Or you could just buy this one, all in, shipped priority mail, $120, $140 with my edge. The Sage 5 FRN from Spyderco. Next up, we have one that is super cool. Super duper super cool. Super cool. I gotta look at the I need to look at the education for this one. Did I know that? I did know that. This is an exclusive for GP Knives. It's a smock in white G10 and a black Rex 45 blade. What? And thank goodness they polished the white G10. There's nothing worse than peel ply white G10 because it collects dirt. This is polished. It should do well. What do you call that? I call it the Smock Trooper. Is that not a Stormtrooper smock? I mean, come on. You got your button actuated compression lock. You got your sort of like semi-hidden flipper. You got a gorgeous black DLC coated Rex 45 blade. By the way, your blade length is 3 3/8. Your handle's 4 1/2. The button actuated compression lock. Whoops. I've never tried that before. Can you press the lock and flip it? You can. How about that? Or you can hold it. It doesn't care. Rock solid lockup. Beautiful ball bearing action. Centering is hard to see, but it's perfect. Condition is like new in the box. I think that's super cool. They're discontinued. They're out of stock. Oh, that is not DLC, by the way. It's TICN, whatever that means. There's one sold listing on eBay for this sold out knife. That sold listing on eBay did $305 shipped. Your price for this one might be the buy of the sale. $240 like it is, $265 with my edge on that Rex 45 blade. It probably doesn't need it. Let me see. No, that's... Frankly, I would use it before I sharpened it. Just saying. That is the Stormtrooper Smock from Spyderco. Next up, well, if we got any Maximet lovers in the crowd tonight, I got one for you. From Spyderco, it is a Paramilitary 2. Wrong box, because it's not M4. It's a Paramilitary 2, but it's not M4. Just so you know, it's Maximet. You got gray G10 scales. You have mounting attachments for a 4-way positionable clip, which the clip is tumble polished. The hardware's bright. It rides on phosphor bronze washers, opens with a hole, has a compression lock. So there's your blade in Maximet. Someone has tried to sharpen it. They tried hard. They got a little scratch, a couple of scratches up the blade face there. I don't know that it's particular. It's not bad. The good news is it's been sharpened and there are no chunks taken out of the blade, so it's probably a good hunk of Maximet. Lockup is it's almost rock solid. I can muscle a tiny bit of side play in it, but very tiny. You might actually be able to adjust that. The centering is really nice. How about that? So, condition-wise, I got some carry wear. I got some, little dirt embedded into the handle scales. It's been carried. It's been used. But it's still pretty righteous. Hasn't been over-sharpened. I almost saw, I see a little bit of patina forming on the ricasso. So, Maximet, Maximet, not the most corrosion-resistant material in the world. So let's see. Did I ever say MagnaCut during this segment? It's not MagnaCut, it's Maximet. You can buy these new for $298 web retail. I'll call this a Maximet user pair of 2. Let's sell it at $160 like it is. 190 with my edge. The pair of 2 gray and Maximat from Spyderco. Next up, we have our second entry from Hogue Knives tonight. This one's the 24276 Deka. This will be a clip point version with the black G10 frame with that gorgeous milling and a black finished blade. I think in 20 CV, I believe. That is correct. Here's the knife. It's the Murder Deka. I love that milled G10 on these. Pocket clip, ambidextrous tip up deep carry. Able lock mechanism. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. There's your DLC coated 20 CV. Got some evidence of use in it. It looks like it may have been sharpened. And it looks like they tried to remove the thumb studs. I'm not sure if they ever got them out, but they did mar the finish just a little bit on the thumb studs and then on the blade around the thumb studs. But that's where the bad news ends. You got a 3 1/4 inch blade, a 4 5/16 handle. Lockup is dead rock solid. Nearly free drop in action. Probably could be if you wanted it to be. Rock solid lockup. And let's take a look at the centering. I'm calling that, if it's not perfect, it's awful doggone close. I'm going to call the condition excellent in box. These are available new for $175. It's kind of a user. Why don't we go $100 like it is? $125 with an ApostleP edge. That's a heck of a nice pocket knife for that kind of a money. The Murdered Deka clip point from Hogue. Next up, everything old is new. New again. Sorry for making noise there. We have one from Kershaw, made in the USA, and it is a leak. The model 1660CU, which is interesting. I don't know where the CU comes from. It's got gradient blue, hard anodized aluminum handles. A right-hand tip up or down, long old Kershaw pocket clip. I got a flipper with speed safe spring assist, and that blade, that menacing, pointy, skinny leak blade is in Magna Cut. Yeah, a Magna Cut leak. What will they think of next? It's a stainless steel liner lock, locking up early, but very securely. The action is speed safe, right? The centering is going to be off a little bit to the low side as you're looking at it. Near mint. Oh, you know what? I had the model number wrong. It's in the wrong box. The actual model number is 1660 GBLU for gradient blue. So it is going to ship in a leak box, but with the wrong model number on it. These are $129 web retail in stock now. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail. $75 like it is, $100 with an ApostleP edge. That is the leak in gradient blue and Magna Cut from Kershaw. Next up, we got one from Kaiser. And the knife in the box, designed by Christian Nist, I think. It's the V3657 C1 Cryptid. 154 cm blade, black micarta handle, and a button lock. Nice effort, I think, from Kaiser. Good looking handle. In black micarta. Pocket clip with just a little bit of evidence of carry wear. Is polished ambidextrous tip up deep carry. Button lock mechanism. Ball bearing pivot. The blade, it's kind of a modified sheep's foot in 154 cm. Pretty nice satin on that. Your blade length is 2 15/16. Your handle's 3 7/8. Lockup is dead rock solid. The action is beautiful. The centering is perfect. Very near mint in box. Discontinued, out of stock. When they were available, they were $79 web retail. Let's go 50 on this one. All in, shipped priority mail. 70 with my edge. That's decrypted from Kaiser. Next, we have one from Civivi. And it is the button lock Elementum. Model number C18062P-8. With a black Nitro V blade and an Ultim handle. Ultim handle. I love Ultim and black. And that Ultim has got a little bead blast on it over a very fine micro mill pattern. Interesting. You see the translucency. The pocket clip is right hand tip up deep carry. It's a flipper and it rides on ball bearings. Got a hollow ground spear point blade, nice little swedge. Nitro V blade is 2 15/16 inches in length. The handle's 4 1/8. The lockup is rock solid. The action is normally perfect, and the blade's perfectly centered. We'll call it near mint to like new. Web retail for this model is $84. Your price for this one, $65 like it is, $85 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Elementum button lock in Ultim and black from Civivi. Next up, we have another Civivi, and it's in the wrong box. I know this because it is not a button lock Elementum, and it doesn't have twill carbon fiber scales, but it is an Elementum. Liner lock with red G10 scales, everything else black. Right hand tip up deep carry clip, ball bearing flipper. You have a DLC coated, tumbled spear point blade with a little swedge. S35 VN blade steel, 2 15/16 inches in length. The handle's 4 1/16. The lockup is dead rock solid. The ball bearings work great. The centering is perfect. We'll call that near mint. And I really couldn't find a listing. I don't know. I don't think they've made this one in a while because I couldn't find any. Got to be worth $60. That's your price. $80 if you like it with my edge. The Civivi Elementum liner lock, red and black, and S35. Okay, next up we have one we're going to call the Budget Combo. And it's pretty cool. You're going to get, well, 4 items, actually. The first is from Buck. Check out that camo, buddy. And the knife inside is an old Buck light, model 426. So this is an early attempt for Buck to make the 110 relevant in the modern era. So you get a polymer handle in OD green with some striations near the spine and then some like stippling below that. You get a finger groove handle. Look at that. I believe the blade's 420 HC. It's 3 3/4 inches in length. It's been sharpened. It's been used. It doesn't care. Lockup, dead rock solid. The action, it's a little stiff. Centering, it's close enough. So you get that. And then you get a old Leatherman super tool. All the tools are inside. So you got a clip point blade on this side with a chisel and an awl and a screwdriver and a file. And then over here you have a spear point blade, and it's got some edge damage. It used to be serrated. And then you have a can opener, a Phillips screwdriver, and a saw. And then over here you got your normal wire cutter and plier. Stamped steel handle, 4.5 inches closed. And then you're also going to get 2 pocket clips. Looks like a ZT clip and a Parkerized Benchmade Emerson style clip. The whole shooting match, $50 plus 20 per blade to sharpen. That is the budget combo. Next up, we have one from the Mouse, and I don't mean Disney. From Giant Mouse, we have the Ace Iona V2 in green canvas, or OD green canvas. Here's the knife. Beautiful chamfered, crowned, and relieved OD green canvas micarta. The pocket clip is going to be ambidextrous deep carry. There is a wire clip installed, but there is a standard deep carry steel clip included. Knife opens with thumb studs. You get a beautiful drop point blade in CPM Magna Cut. Let's see, does it say it? It does say it right below the mouse there. There you go. The blade is 3 1/16 inches long. Now, it has a polished edge, but it's got a chip in it. So I am going to give you a sharpened price. Behind that 3 1/16 blade is a 4 5/16 handle. It's a stainless steel liner lock, locking up thusly. It's on phosphor bronze. Centers up beautifully. So let's see. Near mint in box. Sharpening and subsequent chip noted. These are available new for $195 web retail. We will run this one at $110 like it is. $135 if you'd like my edge on it. The Giant Mouse Ace Iona V2 in OD green and Magna Cut from Giant Mouse. Next up, you know, I teased you yesterday about a knife in the sale that might have been my old knife. This is it. I think it is. It's from Kershaw. It's made in the USA. It's the 4320 Federalist double detent slip joint, a knife that I love, but I just didn't carry. So there's your OD green G canvas micarta. No clip. Very cool pivot, by the way. And the blade is just a work of art. There's 1 detent. There's 2. Stout. Takes some force to break that off the detent. The blade is a stunning clip point in CPM 154, a superb blade steel. It is wearing my edge, and I don't think it's been used since I sharpened it. Just beautiful. The blade length is 3 1/4. The handle is 4 5/16. Just the right amount of tension on the blade. Look at that super skinny stock. That's got to be under 90 thousandths. Full flat ground. What a slicer. Condition near mint in box with an ApostleP edge. These have dropped down to $90 MAP price or web retail. You can buy this one, and it is a perfect example with a better than factory edge. Guess what? $60. Don't wait, because I kind of wouldn't mind having it back at that price. That's the Federalist from Kershaw. Next up, we have Rarefied Air. Yes, we do. Look at that. It's from Randall Made. Still in the sheath. Let's see, has the stone ever been used? It has not. Let's see if there's a knife in here. Just wait till you see this. Ready? Ready? Oh, oh my Lord. That is a Randall-made Model 14 with the Border Patrol handle. It is a big old swedged spear point with a sawback in Randall stainless. The blade is 7.5 inches in length. The cross guard is nickel silver, brazed joint. The handle, beautiful Coke bottle Border Patrol handle in black linen micarta. Oh, yes. It's beautiful. The handle's 4.5 inches. Near mint, no box. So, you know, these things are crazy price-wise. The closest thing I could find in a sold listing on eBay was a clip point Model 14. But it also had the Border Patrol handle. That knife did $1,541. Shipped, priority mail, sold on eBay. Your price for this one, $9.95, like it is, $10.25 with my edge. That is the Randall-made number 14 Border Patrol sawback. What a piece of history there. Wow. Yummy. Yes, that knife was super cool, but so is this one. Next up, we have one from Bark River Knives, Escanaba, Michigan, USA. It's the Trailmate 2 in CPM 154 with a desert ironwood burl handle. Oh my. Comes in a waterproof treated Bark River leather sheath. And here's the little beauty. Yes. Let's call that a harpoon clip point, shall we? CPM 154. First production run. The blade length is 4.5. The handle length is also 4.5. Guard and pommel are polished aluminum, stick tang with a nut. Look at that ironwood burl, boys. The spacers are red, black, and brass. The condition, near mint, perhaps like new, in box, with sheath. These are out of stock. This one would have retailed, internet retail, not the 509 MSRP. Web retail would have been about $400. Let's go $325 on this one. $345 if you'd like it with my edge. It's the Trailmate 2 first production run from Bark River Knives. Next up, another one from Bark River. This is the Marauder in CPM 154 with red linen micarta handle. Such a piece of work. We got Jim Stewart, I think, to thank for this one. You got a recurve, I don't know, like a California clip. Beautiful swedge. Saber convex grind. Brass guard and pommel. Segmented and chamfered, faceted handle. It's also a stick tang with a nut. Red linen micarta with black, red, and white spacers. So yummy in the hand. It's a first production run knife in CPM 154. 6 1/4 blade. 5 1/16 handle. Near mint in box. A little polish on the brass would make that very suitable for display. The sheath is leather, and it is a Bark River produced, but Skinbender Leatherworks design sheath. This flap protects the handle from the hardware of the sheath. Brilliant. Condition will be near mint in box. They are out of stock. Of course, it's a first production run Marauder. This would have been $290 web retail-ish. Let's do $225 like it is $255 with an Apostle P edge. And that, my friends, brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. Have we had some cool fixed blades tonight? You bet we have. Are we done? No. There's this one from Bark River. A co-brand with Vehement Knives, the MACV-Recondo in CPM 154 with a natural elder burl handle. What a beauty! Now, this knife does ship in this black leather sheath, which is a skin bender leatherwork sheath. You got a pouch, you could put a stone in there or whatever you like to put in there. Beautiful cross strap. The flap protects the handle from the hardware. Inside we have this thing. Oh my! So it is Matt Martin's take on a SOG Bowie. Interesting. It's got a little sway back, and then it's got a little downturn right at the edge to reinforce that tip, or right at the tip to reinforce it. Beautiful swedge, saber ground convex bevel, CPM 154 blade. It is 7 3/16 inches in length. The handle's 5 1/16. It's a stick tang with a nut. Look at that box elder burl with the finger grooves, the brass guard and pommel, black and red spacers. So good in the hand. It's good for lots of stuff. It is near mint in box. Unobtainium, guys. Unobtainium. Long sold out. Nothing moving on eBay. The Bark River Vehement Knives MACV-Recondo can be yours for $350 all in, shipped priority mail. $380 if you'd like it with my edge. Nice piece of work. That, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. Talk to you soon.